Hey everybody, I wanted to go live one more time. I know it's 11:40 at night, and I also know it's on a Friday night, so a lot of people are awake. But I wanted to tell you, just need to do a recap of the day. The Super Kids Derby, Quincy Derby. You need to go out and just look how much these volunteers do to make sure these kids have the time of their life. They, you know, I can't tell you enough. These Optimus Club guys, they literally are still. There's a couple of them still over there, I think, and they're gotta be careful because can't put the cars just out yet for tomorrow. But to give you an idea, they've been working nonstop, and these kids, as you see slowly, I'm gonna start posting things and getting it on there and making sure everything's okay. But you know, you don't. I don't know how to explain it other than when you watch these kids go down with another kid, not an adult, and they finally get a little freedom when normally they couldn't have that freedom going down these cars. Now tomorrow's race is a little different, but today's race is my favorite for a reason. Now I know a lot of you heard a couple of my Facebook live feeds and stuff like that, but plus I had to wash one of my shirts because I got to wear it again tomorrow, and I'll be over there again 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Yes, I know it's 11:40 now, but let me explain something to you. You guys have heard my motivational stuff all the time. You guys have heard and seen things. If you come out, and I know a lot of you are from all over the world and stuff like that, but when you see a community come together and kids from all over, it doesn't matter who they are, what they represent, doesn't matter the age, race, Christian, creed, organ. All it matters is two kids getting in a derby car that's built by men and women of a community that loves them from all backgrounds. Their parents have to cut the ties for however long it takes them to get down Derby Hill. And they're scared at the beginning. But they get in with somebody the same age. Now, two people are benefiting from this. And I know you guys don't want to hear all this from me, but you got to understand that this is what all this goes on in a matter of milliseconds in your head. Like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this. Wow, this is great. No news, no papers, no press. Just some great kids. That's who they are. Kids. Gets to be kids. For what? Takes a total of a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to get down the hill. And I watch my daughter, who I was blessed with, and she takes, especially Maddie, she takes Maddie down all the time. Maddie's a sweetheart. I'm so proud of my daughter for just accepting these kids because that's what we all need to do. And then I look at life and I was like, why can't we just all accept? And then, with the motivational stuff, why can't people, these kids, some of them get depressed. They come to this, they want to come to this, they're scared. They get in that car, it's like this whole freaking speed racer comes over them. Every one of them. It's just amazing. And I've got friends that have children that are in this race, and I love each and every one of these kids. I do know their names and everything else. I'm just careful on what I say, because you know me. And I know I'm a very energetic, hyper person and everything else. But these kids, they tell you how they feel. They show you how they feel. They don't hold back. And as adults, we need to learn not to hold back either. But not with anger, but with happiness. And yeah, it's okay to lose a race. Yeah, it's okay to go down there. But you want to know something? The benefit outweighs. So they lost a race. You want to know something? By the time these kids were there, like, hey, Mom, I lost. Wait a minute, I went down a race. I got to do something without Mom and Dad holding on to me the whole time. I might have been in a horse, but I was with a new kid that I never met before, and now they're like my best friends. I had two girls out there like we're besties forever now. And you know what? The kids, they make friends, and it's funny because the ones that don't have the special needs that are racing them are the ones that are just like mesmerized, and they're just like, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know this. I didn't. Instead of hearing from bullies at school or hearing stupid things or special classes, this isn't it. We put the kids together because they work together. Because that's who they are. It's a puzzle. And if we fit them together, it doesn't matter if they got a disability or not. They don't have one. They can outthink us. And that's what it's about. And this race, I can't tell you how great it is. And why do I put my emotions on here? Because every year I kind of tell you guys little bits and pieces. But I noticed that you just got to experience stuff like this. Why do I love doing it? You know, I was asked by Ray, my friend Ray, to help with this race. And that's what I do. That's all I do. I give the credit to everybody else because that's what they do. They put the race together, they put it on, they get the donations, they get the funding, they get the volunteers. The FFA did an outstanding job today. Don't tell them I said that though, because I need to give them a hard time tomorrow. But they did an outstanding job. Quincy Notre Dame came out, did an outstanding job. Okay, these men and women were out there as long as me, and they're I don't want to say that 4 times older than me, but guess what? They were going harder than me, and they were out there just as long doing everything else. Why? Because they feel like kids again when they get around these kids. And that's what it's about. And it's awesome. So I just want you guys to know tomorrow is stock and super stock. It's the fast races. These are the cars that, go on to, Akron, Ohio. These are the cars that go fast. They're the ones that are these are the ones that people put their name on the side of them. They paint them up. They spend money. And these cars are great. And they pay for the race that went today. And they also, because 100% of the proceeds goes back to our cause, which is helping people. But you can never imagine helping somebody like this. Hey Larry, how you doing, my friend? But the race, and if you get a chance to go back and watch what I just said, you just cannot believe these kids are not special needs kids. These kids are kids out of this race. And they're with other kids that did not know anything about the situations, the conditions they're in, and now they knew, and it's like they've become best buddies. Why? Because you put the puzzle pieces together that fit, and you take the parents out of the equation for just a few minutes, and bonds form for life. And that's what happens with Fishing for Freedom when you put 2 warriors together, or you put a warrior and a boater together. That's what happens in everything we do. You put 2 people of a certain togetherness together, and life is awesome. And like I said, tomorrow, Gracie races tomorrow, and all these wonderful kids. I think we got about 118 of them, I think, racing tomorrow. We had 109 racing today. That's how many kids are racing, okay? Not cars, kids. So it's gonna, and we've broken some records, and every kid will race. And tomorrow, it's fantastic. Let's put it that way. Today was my favorite race. Today's my favorite race because these kids have the biggest hearts in the world, and anybody takes that heart away from them, I'll never let it happen. I'll help with doing whatever I can to make sure these kids will always have this race. Tomorrow it's on competition. It's on like Donkey Kong. So I hope you all have a great night tonight. Just giving you a recap today. Some great winners. We had no losers at all. There is no such thing as a loser in this race. Let's put it that way. If you were to come out there, you'd understand. No losers. Just winners. And the volunteers, the smiles on their faces, they're smiling from time they start to the time they stopped. And they just got done a little bit ago. Because like I said, look what time it is. And I'm just now talking to you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Come out to Derby Hill, which is over at Bob Mays Park. Okay? It's over by Midland Paper. You have to come off of the... I'm having a brain toot here. 24th Street entrance into the industrial park. Yes, you have to park. There'll be people picking you up and stuff later. Park over on Cook's Lane. Do not park on 18th Street, but you can park on Cook's Lane. And find a way to get over there. I promise you will not regret it. Come out, root these kids on. It is a blast. It is a blast. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. Each and every one of you matter. Each and every one of you makes a difference in your own special way. And if you don't think that you matter, you come out and watch these kids. You know why? These kids will show every adult why you are important and why you are needed and why you make a difference. Because just today alone, these kids made a difference in my life. And if that's only going to be just for a few minutes, what can they do with yours? And what can others do with yours if you just go out there and you let people know that you're awesome, you matter, you're incredible, and I think you're swell. You're great, everybody. Have a good night. I will see you guys at 5 o'clock in the morning. Bye now.